Hey there, it's Martha, and I have my Knowles Farm Scents pre-order video. This is a video I've been doing for a while on pre-orders I'm planning on purchasing or that I'm pretty familiar with the vendor and I feel comfortable kind of giving you my thoughts. Before we get going, I do want to mention I did host a live on Friday night, so if you missed it, I will link it up here. It'll also be in the description box below. I had April Lee on there, April Lee the Wax Queen, Steph from Steph Loves Life, Courtney from Courtney's Scent Society, I believe. I'm sometimes terrible with channel names, but Courtney, and Chris from Dazzling Scents with Chris. The beauty of doing like a panel like that is you're going to get people with different scent preferences, different experiences, different homes, all of that kind of stuff. So if you haven't watched that, I do recommend watching that. If you want like a Cliff Notes version or just my perspective, that's what this video is. And then, I think it was like the first hour and 20 minutes. And then after that, we just were chit-chatting about wax in general. If you're like looking at that going, oh my gosh, it's 3 hours. So no, it was about an hour and 15 minutes to go through the list. But highly recommend that if you don't subscribe to those women, that you please do. I love them, love their channels, great content on there. So I will link their channels below. Go check them out if you I don't know how for some reason haven't heard of them before, which I think is unlikely, but just in case. So this is video number 3. I'm going to be drinking some water in between here. And I have my box as well of scents that are on this list. So I can give you some sniff them in real time. And if you have any questions, I can always go back and re-sniff my bag. You can leave it in the comments and I'll let you know, if you said, hey, if there was something I missed, which I probably will, you might have a question and say, oh, is this like too much of this that I didn't mention? So let's go ahead and get started, because I'm losing some sun. It's already like golden hour and I don't want to go super fast, but we'll get to it. So if you're interested in hearing my thoughts on the Knowles pre-order, Knowles Farm Scents Winter Pre-Order 2024, then stick around. Okay, so first thing before I get to the scents is he's made a few changes. So Travis has made a few changes for this pre-order. They were basically losing money using UPS. So they're switching, they're not using UPS as an option. So it'll go out USPS. I don't know why I have trouble saying that. So they're going to be using USPS for this pre-order. The other change is the combine code. I think they were testing this earlier this year. Maybe it was, I don't know if it was the first pre-order or second pre-order this year. Sorry, I always have motorcycles and stuff outside. I don't know if you hear it, but the combine code, not for the pre-order, they're reevaluating whether they're going to continue to use the combine code. And really for a pre-order, I don't think it's necessary to have a combined order. I always, like I'm doing now, we'll go through this list. I'm going to highlight the ones I plan to order, and then I'll just place my one order. I honestly don't know how vendors do combined code, because if it were me, I would lose things, forget to combine things. It would definitely slow people down. So anyway, I think those changes are great. If they make it easier for them, I really appreciate what they do, Travis and Amber. And so, yeah, let's just get to it. So let's start with the list. Pre-order list. Berrylicious Evergreen. I'm looking at my iPad here to look at the list. Berrylicious Evergreen. It is blackberry and sugared spruce. This was introduced last year, and I think I don't know if it was the top, but it was probably like top 2 last year. I think it's phenomenal. I had a sample of it last year, so I had like an idea of what it was going to smell like. So I got a few bags of it, and I have one here. This is such a pretty blend of this beautiful blackberry. Like, the blackberry is not perfumey. It's a beautiful blackberry. I love blackberry, so I'm partial to it. And then I like woodsy scents, but you're not going to get like, your face in a tree on this one. This is just it's sweet. You can smell the sugar, and you've just got like this hint of tree. So if you like a little tree, if you like a little bit of that woodsy note, but you don't like the scent of like, I'm outside here and it's like I'm in a forest and I'm in my home. That's not what this smells like. It's a really beautiful blend of this like juicy blackberry. You get that sugared spruce, but the spruce is just like a touch of spruce. It's a great scent. It is a great performer. Even though I have some, I'm contemplating whether I want to get a brittle or not. Oh, and I don't remember if I mentioned it. 2 sizes, brittles, which that's not a brittle or loaf. And the brittles are 5 ounces, $7.75. Loaf is 13.5 ounces and $20.25. So I probably should have started with that. But Berrylicious Evergreen, I love it. I would highly recommend. I may or may not get more. Just depends on how much I have still. Okay. Christmas Cabin. This is a new scent. This is orange peel, cranberry, cinnamon, clove, tobacco leaf, cedarwood, sandalwood, and fir. So I've never smelled this one. I didn't get a sample of it or anything. So I have no idea, but these are my scent notes. This is something that speaks to me. I think the cedarwood and sandalwood and fir are going to add this warmth for the season, making it nice and wintry. But then you get this like orange peel, which is probably brightening, and a little bit of that citrus. And then you have cranberry, which I don't know if it's tart or juicy, but I like cranberry enough. And then cinnamon and clove and tobacco leaf. Like this blend here is speaking my name, and I'm planning on getting it. So that's Christmas Cabin. Coastal Embers is beach evenings and fireplace cuddles. And I believe fireplace cuddles is a new name for, by the fireplace. So he just calls it fireplace cuddles now. I have a brittle of it, and this is from May. This is from the Roadshow. It's fantastic. I actually ended up warming this last night before the live just so I can get a sense of it. And I love his beach evenings. His beach evenings performs really, really well for me. It's a fantastic, probably one of my favorite beach evenings. And then you add that by the fireplace. It's so good. It's so good. So again, if you missed out on this back in May, I highly recommend that you get this one as well. And I will purchase anything with his beach evenings because it's that good. Next on the list is Cookies, Campfire, and Chaos. This is also new. This one is pink sugar, campfire marshmallow, sugar cookie royal, and peppermint. I like peppermint. And I've never tried his peppermint. I haven't warmed it, but Courtney says it's not like strong, like blow your hair back kind of peppermint. It's just a really nice, cooling kind of peppermint. So this again has everything that I like with the pink sugar and the campfire marshmallows and the sugar cookie. I mean, this is a really, I think, a great winter bakery scent, and I'm planning on getting a brittle of this one. Fir-tastic Marshmallow Dreams. This is fir, pine, buttercream, sugar cookie, marshmallow, and sugar. I have this in a loaf. I have not warmed this, so I can't tell you what I think of it on warm. I got this a year ago. So for that reason, I'm not going to get another one because I have plenty, but I can tell you what I smell on cold. I'll tell you though, what I smell on cold on the live, Chris has warmed it. Chris has warmed it, and she said she got the bakery that I'm not picking up on cold. On cold, I'm getting a lot of the fir. And I do get some of the sugar and like a hint of cookie on cold. She says when she warmed it, she really got the sugar cookie and the marshmallow and more of the bakery. But on cold, what I'm smelling kind of on top, and I don't want to make a mess and kind of flip this over, I do get a lot of the fir. But I love that scent. So for me, that's one of my favorite woodsy scents is fir, and probably sandalwood would come in second. But I'm looking forward to melting that this year. So for that reason, I'm not getting another one. I have a whole loaf of it, but looking forward to that one. Then we have gingerbread, cinnamon, ginger, tonka bean, nutmeg, vanilla, molasses, and sugar. I'm not familiar with his gingerbread. I want to say, I don't know if it was on Natalie's video or Alexis. I'm not sure. Someone said they really liked the gingerbread. It was nice. It wasn't like too spicy or anything like that. For me, I'm going to get another one that's like a ginger scent that's coming right after this. So for me, I'm going to skip it just because I'm on a low buy and can't buy everything new. But if you like gingerbread, I think, this is probably a really, really pretty winter bakery scent. Next one is Ginger Lace Dream. This is ginger, nutmeg, cinnamon, caramel chiffon, brown sugar, and vanilla bean. This one's new, so I'm not familiar with it. On the live, we were all trying to figure out, like, does this smell like Joe Malone's, ginger biscuits or something? Because some of the scent notes are the same. I did ask Travis on the Facebook page, and he said, no, it's not a dupe of any perfume or anything like that. But it does lean slightly perfumey is what he said. But he feels like this is just a really nice, cozy scent. So I'm going to, this will be my kind of wild card because caramel chiffon, I'm not familiar with. Caramel scares me a little bit, but I do like caramel as long as it's light. And I think the chiffon in here, that it's caramel chiffon and not just caramel, might give it like a little bit like a perfumey body care. So this one I'm just intrigued by, and I think I'm going to pick up a brittle of Ginger Lace Dream. Next is Holiday Fusion. It's pear, apple, cider, cinnamon, clove, and sugarcane. I do have this one as well from last year. This had to be from, September of last year. I'm almost positive I had 2 bags and I melted one. I forgot to look on my spreadsheet. But this is a fruity scent because I really do feel like I've warmed this. You get, I'd say, equal parts pear and apple. I'm like, is it a Mac apple or just like a red apple? I'm not 100% sure. I think it's Mac, but I could be wrong because it's a pretty strong, prominent apple, but you get a lot of the pear as well. And I feel like they're really balancing each other out. So if you like fruity scents, but then still with like a touch of a winterness to it, this is really nice. So this is, I get like the cinnamon is not strong. I don't really remember picking up a lot of cinnamon. I think you get a little clove that just makes this like a fall winter kind of scent. But if you like fruity scents, and you like pear and you like apple, this one I think you'll really like. It's not like doughy or bakery or like a cookie. It's a really pretty fruity but wintry scent. It's got like a winter twist. So that is Holiday Fusion. Holiday Truffle is next on the list. That is raspberry, white chocolate, pecan, butter, brown sugar, and vanilla and toffee. I also have some from last year, maybe a little over half a loaf left, but this is a strong one. I don't always double bag his scents, but this one I definitely double bagged because as soon as I open the first layer, I can smell it. This is a very strong scent, also strong on warm. I have vivid memory of warming this and being like, wow, the raspberry in here is beautiful. It's a beautiful raspberry. I do not like chocolate. Chocolate was on my no-no list. White chocolate is not chocolate. It's like a creaminess. Like there's like a hint of like the smallest hints of chocolate, but it's such a beautiful, for me, like this bakery kind of scent. And it's so strong. It's so pretty. Like, yeah, you have the butter and you have the pecan. I get the pecans. I get like, this is a nice like dessert. I think of this as like dessert. It's almost mouth-watering. It is so beautiful. Definitely, it's got that fruitiness to it, that yumminess to it. It's like a dessert. It's so good. So that is Holiday Truffle. Great performer. You've got a little bit of the toffee. You've got kind of all of those things come through. And the white chocolate is adding this creaminess. It doesn't bother me, and I don't like chocolate at all. So that is Holiday Truffle. All right, Macarooned on Cake Island. I forgot to ask him if this was an almond macaroon, which is a coconut cookie, or an almond macaron, which is, you know, the cute little round, little colorful ones, because one has coconut, one doesn't. So not sure. I forgot to ask him this, but it's almond macaroon. That's how he has it here. Palo Santo and birthday cake. This is, I think, another really nice bakery scent. That's what it sounds like to me. It's new, so I'm not familiar. Excuse me. I'm not familiar with it. And I gotta take a sip. But I love almond, and I think I would like this, but only reason I'm not is I have so much bakery, and I'm kind of trying to use up the bakery that I have before adding more to it. But if you love bakery, for me, I think this sounds fantastic. I think you're going to get a nice birthday cake out of it. You're going to get the almond. I'm not familiar with it, so I can't speak to whether the almond is nutty or not, but I like all kinds of almonds, whether it's a nutty almond or like more of the cherry pistachio kind of almond. So I just love that scent in general, that oil. But for that reason, because it's more of a heavy bakery and I have plenty of bakery, I'm going to skip it, but it sounds good. And his birthday cake is nice. I have smelled scents with his birthday cake oil. Masala Chai. This is cumin, cardamom, star anise, honey, and milk. I have another bag too. So for that reason, I'm not going to get more. And it's just an interesting one for me. This is not a favorite of mine, but it's okay. This is a journey. This is if you are kind of an adventurous mood and you want something that is going to vary over time. This is fun for that reason. When you start melting this, I got a lot of this cumin. And I got a lot of cumin, and it's not a chai scent like maybe you would think, or like you would think normal chai smells like. And I think it's the cumin. I don't know. Because I love cardamom. The star anise is not strong. In fact, I don't even recall on warm, and I warmed it like yesterday, smelling the star anise. Chris doesn't recall on warm smelling star anise either. But then you get this honey and milk, and that is beautiful. That part is, so it takes you for a ride. You start off with this, not spicy, not like spicy, like hot or nose tingling, but you have these spices of cumin and cardamom. And then, so after like the first, I give it like an hour, you're kind of smelling this strong spice, but not spicy scent. And then you start to get whiffs of this honey and milk. The milk is really nice. It's not a sour milk. It's not like, if you're nervous about milk, it's a really pretty honey milk combination, but it does take you on a journey. I guess that's the best way I can say it. It's just different. It's different, and maybe not what you're expecting. If you see chai, you might have different expectations than what this is, but I don't know. You have to be in a mood for it, I think, to warm it. It was beautiful when it got to the honey and milk part. I just needed to get over like the first hour, if that makes sense. So masala chai, and that's again just my thoughts on that one. Over the Campfire, dark chocolate, marshmallow, graham cracker, tonka bean, cinnamon, and vanilla cream. I have this one as well. It's like a basket of goodies over here. When I bought this. It didn't say dark chocolate. It doesn't say dark chocolate on my label. So when I got it, I just thought it was marshmallow, graham cracker, tonka bean, cinnamon, and vanilla cream without the dark chocolate. But when I smelled it, I'm like, I pick up chocolate on this. And you do. And after talking about this on the live, I forgot who mentioned it. I'm like, yes, it does smell like a s'more. It's like a s'more because of the chocolate and the graham cracker and the marshmallow. That's exactly what this is. We also mentioned, Travis, if you're watching, adding like a smokiness to it would be really nice. Like a campfire would be really nice. But I'm actually looking forward to melting this, even though I'm not a chocolate person. It is truly dark chocolate, not milk chocolate. There are differences to it. But I think this might be fun. I think I'll be in a mood like this is like cold night where I want like some hot chocolate. I'm drinking some hot chocolate, coziness. It's a fun s'more. It's exactly what it is. So that is Over the Campfire. And if that sounds appealing to you, I think that would be fun. Okay. Let's see here. Slice of Pear-adise. This is honey spiced pear plus zucchini bread. It's new. I bought the honey spiced pear in August pre-order. I think it was August pre-order. Fantastic. And I'm so grateful that Travis puts in samples because I had a sample of it. And when I warmed it, I'm like, oh, I have to have it. And what I've heard from other people that purchased that honey spice pear is like, yes, they really love it. So now you're adding zucchini bread to it. So I think this is going to be great. I still have the honey spiced pear that I haven't warmed from last time. So I'm going to skip it this time because of that. But his honey spiced pear is phenomenal. It's not honey pear cider. It's a honey spice pear. It's beautiful. So if you missed out on it last time and you like zucchini bread or don't mind zucchini bread, I would highly recommend this one. All right, Spice Market Treats. This is a new one. This is gingerbread, honey, vanilla, cinnamon, orange, and anise. He put a description in his Facebook page that was like, oh, so good with descriptions. I have to have it. So I am definitely getting it. So gingerbread. I love honey too. Not like strong honey, but I think he's going to do this really nicely. And you have the vanilla to add this creaminess to it. You've got a little orange. I think this is just going to bring me back to truly like a holiday market. And you're getting these, it's just, in my mind, I already feel like I'm going to love this. So I'm definitely going to pick up a brittle of this one. Then we have strawberry pretzel bread. This is fresh picked strawberries, creamy vanilla, whipped cream, and pretzel crust. I don't know that I've tried this one, but I probably not because I tend to stay clear of anything that says fresh picked strawberry because I'm so picky with strawberry. But Chris loved it, performed well for her. April, in her home, it was light. So again, you're going to, every home is going to be slightly different. But I think they both agreed that the scent of it was really, really good. The good stuff. This is sugar cookie dough bread and Palo Santo. I know I have this too. I do. So I do enjoy his sugar cookie bread. Something magical happens on warm. And so when you add Palo Santo to it, and I love Palo Santo, you get this really good scent. So I'm looking forward to warming this winter. I don't know what more to say. I think a lot of people are familiar with this sugar cookie dough bread. So if you like this bakery and you love Palo Santo, this is a good one to get in a brittle or a loaf. And my camera is like, it's so hot, stop recording. So I'll be right back. And we're back. Actually, it ended up working well because I lost the sun behind a building. And so I turned on my lights. I was getting hot in here as well. So let's continue. 'Tis the season. This is green tart, juicy apple, cranberry, cinnamon, and vanilla. Courtney loved the scent, highly recommend it, kind of sold me as she was talking about it. But I also feel like last year, it was probably her watching her haul last year that I felt like, oh, I should have gotten that one. And I probably didn't because of the green apple, but I'm definitely going to try it this time. And I almost think that one of my friends also purchased this one and I liked it a lot. So definitely going to get 'Tis the Season green tart, juicy apple, cranberry, cinnamon, and vanilla. That sounds really good. I'm going to grab a brittle of that. Next, we have Treats by the Fireplace. This is sugar cookie royal, sweet bakery dough, zucchini bread, and Fireplace Cuddles, which is a by the Fireplace type. Treats by the Fireplace. I have a little bag left here. This I feel like is a classic from last year. I think it was new last year as well. And I got a loaf. I don't get very many loaves, but Travis is one where I have ordered lots of loaves from. I think Teddy B's is the other one, and I think that's it when it comes to loaves. And I really like the scent, and I've used up quite a bit. So much so that I'm contemplating whether I want to get a brittle or not, or do I just wait till next year and beg him to bring it back? Not sure yet, but this is a scent that I really, really like a lot. It's so pretty. So you get that bakeryness to it, but then you get a little bit of that smokiness. I love zucchini bread as well. So the zucchini bread is in here. I really, really like this one. I'm glad he brought it back for anyone who hasn't tried it. I'm on the fence. I have to keep my orders low, but Treats by the Fireplace is one I highly recommend. It works really great for me. So that is that one. Warm the Soul, Fireplace. There we go. Warm the Soul, Fireplace Cuddles, which is by the Fireplace, Palo Santo, and zucchini bread. Now, I think Courtney had asked on the live, what's the difference between the two? Because they sound very similar. And I have a loaf. I have a loaf of Warm the Soul. I just finished another bag of it that I had a bag. So I really like the scent, if that doesn't tell you. And I have a loaf of it as well. But the difference between the two is that Treats by the Fireplace has more bakery. So if you like kind of that sugar cookie dough and some of those more bakery scents and a little sweetness to it, that's the difference to me between Treats by the Fireplace and Warm the Soul. Warm the Soul is more smoky. You got the smokiness, and then the zucchini bread. And the zucchini bread is like the standout with the Palo Santo and the smokiness. Also, if you're not like Courtney can take or leave Palo Santo. So if Palo Santo isn't your thing, then Treats by the Fireplace is more your thing, probably. So this one, I would say, veers, I don't want to say masculine, like unisex, but it's cozy. It's something that I enjoy warming in the evening when it's a lot colder. It's very, very pretty, but I love these scent notes. So for me, I have both. So similar, but not, because this is just sweeter, a little more bakery forward, where this doesn't have that, except for the zucchini bread. So there is a zucchini bread note to it, but it's not like sweet, if that makes sense. So that is Warm the Soul. So that's another one. I know that was, I think a few people begged to have that one brought back, and I'm glad to see it back. Okay, Yuletide Cheer. This is the last of the wax. This is orange peel, citrus, currant, cider, pomegranate, cranberry wine, cinnamon, and cedar. I don't remember this one. I don't remember seeing this one. He didn't mark it as new, but maybe it's something he's offered, before I started shopping. But this one also, I'm very curious about. It sounds like something I would like. The cranberry wine sounds really interesting. It's got a little cedar for warmth and cinnamon. This sounds like a really good winter juice or delight or drink or beverage or something. There's something, I could be wrong, but that's the vibe I feel like I'm getting. This is what, and I forget what it's called. It starts with the G. German, maybe Swiss German drink, at the fair that they sell. That's kind of what I'm picturing when I think, or when I look at these scent notes. So Yuletide Cheer, I will also be giving this one a try in a brittle. So that's the scents. Those are all the wax. As you can see, I have, if it's not new, I probably have it already. And so I may or may not decide to skip if I already have some of it, because this will be enough when you think of all the other wax that I have that will carry me through this season. and I'm trying to make sure I warm things within the season. So we'll see, but I'm definitely interested in the new scents. So that is for sure. So let me now get to body creams. So body creams is newer for him, although he's not new to making body products. Last year he had the, I didn't bring it with me. I still have a couple jars of it. A scrub. It was body scrub. Fantastic. I know it's harder to make, which is why you didn't bring it back this year, Travis, but if you ever do body scrubs again, fantastic. So when he's offered the body cream, I was like, yes, I'm pretty sure I'm going to love it. And then I got a sample. I got a sample in my last order. This one is Beach Evenings, and it's so pretty. So I've used this a few times and still have some left. I have like half of it. I have about half of it, and this is a sample size. Now, the body creams are 50 ml. You know, like I'm terrible with like measurements, so it doesn't seem that big, but I feel like you're going to get a lot out of it. This one is it's $11.50. This is the sample size. I keep showing you this like this is the real thing. This was a sample. What I love about it, and I don't know if you can really tell. Can you tell? It's just kind of fluffy. It's not like whipped necessarily. It's just nice and fluffy, and it's just got a beautiful texture. I'm just going to kind of put it, I mean, you can, it goes in the skin right away. It's not like you got a lot of white cast in there. I barely like rubbed it, right? So this, you're not going to get a lot of the lotion sitting on top. It actually sinks into your skin, yet it's not greasy, and you get the scent. You get, this is Beach Evenings. It smells really, really good. So I don't know what I'm going to do, because I feel like I'm going to buy more thinking, oh, stocking stuffers, and then decide that I'm going to keep them for myself. So I'm not sure yet. But speaking of stocking stuffers, if you are going in and maybe buying some wax, or maybe you have a lot of wax, but you've heard good things about his body cream, you know, it's the holidays, so maybe this would be a great stocking stuffer. And no, he did not pay me to say that. I was just thinking, because last year with the body creams, I was thinking, oh my gosh, I got like one during the pre-order, and then he had a few left, I think, for the RTS. And it was right before the RTS, with I'm like, oh my gosh, this would be a great stocking stuffers for my daughters. And I asked him, like, could you have any extra? And so I bought what he had left. I think I got like 3 body scrubs last year. So no, he's not paying me to say any of this at all. But in my mind, I'm thinking holidays, stocking stuffers, body creams. It's a great gift. So wax and body cream. So I've only smelled the Beach Evenings. I love Beach Evenings. I don't know what I'm going to do on the body creams. This one I haven't decided yet. But I think what's beautiful about these scents, and I'm sorry, I'm looking down because I'm looking at the scent notes. What I love is that there's 4 of these, kind of 2 of these, 3 of these that are perfumes. So I'm thinking layering these body creams, and if you have the perfumes, like, hello, like that is perfect. You're going to have this beautiful layering of fragrance, and you're just going to smell fantastic. So that is great too. So if you have the perfumes, if you have Angel Share, you might want to try getting Heavenly Whisper body cream. If you have Fireplace Cuddles, you know, get the Replica, right? Replica by the Fireplace would be a great body cream to go with it. If you have Replicas by the Fireplace and you want something to go with it, but it's not the same, you can get Treats by the Fireplace. It's got a little bit of bakery to it. I think that would be another great body cream to pair with that. And then if you have the Cheirosa 71, so Sol de Janeiro Cheirosa 71, then the Stay body cream would match perfectly with that. I did bring out Stay in wax because I had it. And this is a really, such a good scent. Such a good scent, and that's what it's a dupe of, basically, is the Cheirosa 71. So you know, I don't know, get more than one body cream. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm not sure. And then strawberry pound cake. I did try his strawberry pound cake in the body scrub last year and I loved it. I used it all up. So I don't think you can go wrong with any of the body creams. They're not greasy. They soak in right away. You know, the scent doesn't like disappear as soon as you put it on, right? Sometimes you'll buy these scents and you can smell it. It smells nice. And then like you put your clothes on and get dressed and you're just like, I can't smell anything. You can still smell it. It's not super strong, which I'm grateful for, but you can still smell it. And for hours, I could still smell it for hours afterwards. Just like you can smell it every once in a while. And it's fantastic. And the texture is nice. And I really like his body cream. So I'm really excited he's offering them in other fragrances. So that is my thoughts. So basically I'm pretty much, let me do a recap here. I'm undecided on which body creams, but I will get one or two. That I do know. I'm kind of leaning toward Heavenly Whisper. But we'll see. Kind of recapping here. I would, if I didn't already have it, I'd get Berrylicious Evergreen for sure. I am going to get Christmas Cabin. I'm going to get a brittle of that. I already have Coastal Embers. I'm going to get Cookies, Campfire, and Chaos for sure. So that's 2. And again, I have a lot of the other ones. Ginger Lace Dream. That's going to be my wild card, I think. And I have the next 2. I'm going to skip on Macarooned on Cake Island for reasons I mentioned. I'm kind of trying to stay away just like really bakery scents. Masala Chai I already have. Over the Campfire I already have. Slice of Pear-adise, I have honey spiced pear, so I'm just going to stick with that one. I will get Spice Market Treats. So what is that? I'm at 4 now. I'm at 4. I'm going to not get the strawberry pretzel. Again, I have tons of strawberry bakery, so I'm skipping. I have the good stuff, but I am going to get 'Tis the Season. So there's my 5. And I think the rest, and then 6. So I think I'm going to get 6 cents. And I'm going to get Yuletide Cheer. So basically, I'm going to end up with everything but maybe 2 cents because I already have a lot of it. And then the scents that I didn't buy before or are brand new are the ones I'm planning on getting. And then I'm not sure yet on the body creams. I'm definitely going to get 1 or 2, just not sure which scent. So that is a little recap of the video. I hope you enjoy this. I hope it's helpful. I think they are. That's usually the feedback that I get when I do these pre-order videos. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. My tongue is getting tied. This is video number 3, so it is definitely time to call it. But I really appreciate you all taking your time to watch. It really does mean a lot. I know there's so much content here on YouTube, and the fact that you clicked on this video and took some time out of your day to watch means a lot to me. So thank you so much. I will chat with you later. Bye-bye.